Join me as I dive into my father's shocking mistake that flipped my world upside down and changed my life forever. My father's mistake had a profound impact on my life, one that I still reflect on to this day. Growing up, I didn't really understand the gravity of what had happened, but as I got older, I began to realize just how much it had shaped me. My dad made a huge financial blunder, investing all our savings into a business that went bankrupt. It was a huge risk that didn't pay off, and it created a ton of stress for our family. I remember feeling like we were living paycheck to paycheck, always wondering if we'd be able to make ends meet. My parents were constantly arguing about money, and it was really tough to see them go through that. The initial challenges were tough. We had to cut back on a lot of things, like extracurricular activities and even some basic necessities. I felt like I was missing out on a lot of things that other kids took for granted. But despite the struggles, my parents always made sure to provide for us and keep a roof over our heads. Looking back, I realized that my dad's mistake wasn't just about the financial struggles, it was about the emotional toll it took on all of us. I felt like I had to grow up way too fast, taking on responsibilities that I shouldn't have had to bear. But at the same time, it taught me the value of hard work and resilience. As I got older, I started to understand just how much my dad's mistake had shaped my values. I learned to be super frugal and responsible with my money, and I developed a strong work ethic that has served me well. But it wasn't until I had a heart-to-heart with my dad that I really understood the significance of what had happened. That conversation was a turning point for me. My dad was honest about his mistakes and took responsibility for them, and it really helped me to forgive him and move forward. I realized that everyone makes mistakes, and it's how we learn from them that really matters. One of the biggest consequences of my dad's mistake was the way it affected my childhood. I often felt like I was walking on eggshells, never knowing when the next financial crisis would hit. But despite the uncertainty, my parents always made sure to provide a stable and loving home. The experience also shaped my relationships with others. I learned to be super empathetic and understanding, especially when it came to people who were going through tough times. And I think that's one of the most important lessons I took away from my dad's mistake. The realization that my dad's mistake had led to a positive change in my life was huge for me. It helped me to see that even in the darkest moments, there's always the potential for growth and transformation. In the end, my dad's shocking mistake ended up being a blessing in disguise. It taught me valuable lessons about resilience, hard work, and the importance of family. If you've got a story about a challenging experience that shaped your life, I want to hear about it. Share it with me in the comments below. And if you want to hear more personal stories like mine, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell.